Hello everyone, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I'm going to share something a little bit different than what I normally do. Typically when I share my videos, I'm usually just sharing you a lot of the things that I like or that I've used for the longest time that I love. But today I wanted to share with you, I've got a basket of things that I've been collecting probably over the past year, and I thought I would share a video of things I don't like that everyone else likes. I typically don't do videos like this because I always feel bad because it actually offends some people when you say that you don't like something that, is their absolute favorite product ever. This is just kind of like a fun video. I'm actually just kind of trying to declutter these items. If you're not subscribed to my channel but you would like to be, and maybe you won't want to be subscribed if I offend you, but if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to look down below and tap on that subscribe button. And if you do like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. The very first, I would say, brand is Charlotte Tilbury. I know some of you are obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury, but I've tried so many of her products. This is just a few that I have tried. I do like one of her Matte Revolution, is that what it's called? I like the formula of that lipstick, but I don't really care for her lip liners. It's mainly the shades. I like the formula of her lip liners, but I don't like most of the shades. I don't like many of the shades of her lipsticks. I only like the formula of her Matte Revolution. I absolutely do not like this blush. I've had a couple of them. I mean, the color, hello. This color is absolutely gorgeous, but when I have it, you can't really see. But when I have it on my face, it starts to accentuate every single pore, and the formula feels beautiful, it feels creamy, but I have tried this at least 20 different times with different foundations, different primers. I've tried it every which way, and after about an hour, I don't have it on now, but after about an hour, it's like you can see every single pore, and I just do not like the way it makes my skin look. I also don't like, now I've used a lot of this, I don't think they sell this anymore. But this is her highlighters. I don't like her highlighters. I do not like her blushes. Her blushes, even these shades, are just like, this is supposed to be like a pinky color, but these are like really orange. And her bronzer, it's okay. I don't get the hype. I don't know what the hype is with the bronzer. And this powder, as you can see, I've tried it, I don't know how many times, enough to where I've hit pan. I find this to be a very cakey powder. I've tried to apply it very light with a super light brush. I've tried it with a blending sponge. I've tried it every which way because everyone loves her powder, and I just can't get it to work. So do you have a way that you love this powder to where it doesn't look cakey and end up looking dry and kind of crusty on your face? To me, I just feel like it's too thick of a powder. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not a huge fan of powders anyways, but I just don't like her products. I'm just gonna say, I think the majority of her products, and even her eyeshadows, I don't think are that great. I just think it's overrated. Now, I probably wouldn't have this in this bin if everyone didn't rave about it and if her products weren't so expensive. Now, there is one thing that I absolutely really love from her brand, and that is the Flawless Filter. But again, I think this is really expensive for what it does because I have one from, I think, L'Oreal that I love just as much, and it pretty much does the same thing. I don't know if I would ever repurchase this again. If you're looking just for a beautiful kind of a natural lit from within highlight, one that looks really pretty, I do like this. But I would just say the majority of the products in her brand, I just don't like. So leave me a comment down below. Are there any brands or products or anything out there that you think is just super hyped up and it just did not work at all for you? Please do not kill me. Fenty Beauty. I have not tried anything from Fenty Beauty except for these lip glosses, and I do like these glosses, but I just think they're just lip glosses. They're just shiny lip glosses. So I guess I'm not understanding what the hype is. I have a few of the shades. I mean, they're pretty. I'll even put it on now. I love the smell. I like the taste. They're just super glossy and pretty, but they don't plump up my lips or anything like that. So I just feel like I'll just use my City Lips because it's skincare for my lips. They plump my lips. Milani has some lip glosses that are super shiny, and they're, less expensive than this. So it's not that I don't like this. Now, I do want to try more products from Fenty Beauty brand. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I don't know, like, is the hype with her stuff real because her products are really good, or is it because, it's Rihanna? Another one is skincare. This is pretty much the majority of the brand. This is by Olay Henriksen. Now they send me this stuff in PR. I need to figure out who is sending this to me and ask them to not send it anymore, because I don't like any of the products from this brand. This one is like holy grail status for a lot of people. It's super popular at Sephora. I see it all over Instagram. It's their Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. It's completely empty. I used it like on my chest and my arms. Didn't notice anything other than the fact that it smells really delicious. So like if you're wanting skincare that's completely loaded with a ton of different fragrance that potentially over time might be irritating on your skin, then yeah, go for this brand. But I mean, it smells great. But I don't necessarily like fragrance in my skincare, but I don't mind if there's just a smidgy, you know, at the bottom of the ingredients list. But these products are so highly fragranced, and I just think they're overrated. This is their Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream. I thought it was really sticky. I think I've used almost all of it. Let's see if I can open it. Oh, it smells so good. So it's pretty much almost gone, but I use this as like a hand cream because I just don't want to put this on my face. It's just so highly fragranced, and there's just really nothing super amazing in the ingredients, you know, that I feel like make it so worth the hype. And then the other thing I got is, let's see, their eye cream. This is their Banana Bright Eye Cream. And golly, I have seen so many people rave about this too. And again, I'm not saying that they're lying or anything, but this just has like this yellowy color. It's kind of like a thick, heavy kind of, you know, balmy cream. And it feels nice, but once again, it is loaded with fragrance. So if you have sensitive eyes or sensitive skin, I would not, you know, buy this brand. To me, there are a ton of other really great products, even at the drugstore, that are more affordable, that are fragrance-free, or have, you know, very minimal fragrance in them. I just think that this is an overrated brand. All right, let's talk about another brand that's super popular. If you have not already unsubscribed because I've offended you, Drunk Elephant. These are just some sample ones, like deluxe samples that I have. I've tried quite a few things from this brand. I just don't understand why everybody is like so obsessed with Drunk Elephant. I definitely do not like most of their, I don't like their marula oil, and I definitely don't like this Proteini polypeptide. I use it on my hands. It's completely empty. But if you have acne or you are acne prone, look up the oleic versus linoleic content in different oils or different skincare ingredients, because one thing I learned probably like 5 or 6 years ago when I really got into skincare, if you use a product like marula oil or this cream that has the marula oil in it, it has higher oleic acid in it. And so if you are acne prone like I am, I'm very acne prone, products like this will actually trigger me to get cystic pimples because of that marula oil that's in it. So just something to be cautious of if you have tried products and you can't figure out why all of a sudden you got cystic acne. It could be, you know, one of the ingredients in it. This was their jelly cleanser. I used this on my hands. I tried it on my face and I didn't like it. I've used quite a few of their other products, and honestly, I'm not understanding what the hype is. But, you know, maybe you guys love it and you can tell me what you think about some of their products. I also have, I like it, but I don't love it. I also have their AHA, BHA, but I feel like it's so overpriced for what it does. The Montarbo Skincare, the lactic acid brightening treatment that I use, to me gives me the most amazing exfoliation and glow, or the one from The Ordinary, the one that kind of looks like blood. This is another product that I thought I loved and I was super excited to get, and I think I shared it in a video probably 2 years ago. This is gonna get thrown out now because it's just too old, but this is by Fresh. This is their Black Tea Kombucha, the facial treatment essence. I love essences, but this is so highly fragranced. I used quite a bit of it because I used it on my neck and my chest, but I mean, I'm not talking, like, you literally, this is like putting a bottle of perfume on your skin. And again, I'm not totally against a little bit of fragrance in my skincare, but I do try to avoid it as much as possible. But this literally, you might as well just get out, you know, your Chanel or whatever perfume you use and just douse it on your face, because that's what it feels like when I use this. I didn't notice anything brightening. It, you know, it hydrates, but there's plenty of other really amazing essences on the market that are great for hydration and brightening that are not loaded with intense perfume in the products. This is another product. I've used it up. I know a lot of you guys love this. This is by Lumify. I do not like this product. I didn't use it up, but I've had it for too long. I've used it a few times, only usually when I would try to film a video when I first started YouTube. because, you know, a lot of times I'll film at night or really early in the morning and my eyes are like bloodshot. And so I saw everybody raving about this. I don't know what this does to my eyes, but I feel like my eyes are like swollen or something inside. It is the weirdest feeling. And so my brother-in-law, he works at an eye doctor office, and he said Lumify is actually horrible to use on a daily basis. I forget what he explained. I'm assuming it's halfway safe to use if they are selling it, you know, over the counter, but I just don't like, I love how bright my eyes look, but my eyes almost look kind of a grayish white. It's very weird what this does to them. And I don't have sensitive eyes. I don't wear contacts or anything like that. I have this weird pressure. I guess that's what it is. There's almost like a strange pressure in my eyes when I use this, and it lasts for hours and hours. It's just a feeling I don't enjoy. So this is not something I'll probably even repurchase. I mean, if I film and I have, you know, reddish eyes, oh well, but I just don't like this. This is something I know a lot of people rave about. This is by Hourglass. This is their Ambient Lighting Powder. You guys, I've tried this a gazillion times. I've tried it with a sponge. I've tried it with a brush. I've tried it every which way. Maybe I'm just using it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just don't understand why everyone loves this stuff. So you can't really tell, but I have actually used this a lot. And I thought, oh, this might be a really nice kind of like a setting powder. But I feel like if I use it under my eyes, my under eye area gets really wrinkly and dried up looking. Let's just get a little brush here. If I use it on my face like a finishing powder, I mean, at first I'm like, okay, so it's just like a light little finishing powder. I mean, I don't really notice anything huge. Maybe it's just like a little bit of maybe a brightening and kind of, you know, makes my makeup look a little better. I don't know. But give it like 20 minutes and then it starts to kind of look cakey almost. It feels beautiful, feels silky in my hand, but maybe I'm just not using it right. But I've tried it many different ways and I just don't like this. So this is another product that I hear so many people rave about for years. And I don't know if so many people rave about it so much now, but this is about a year old. It's just been sitting in this bin. This is the Laura Mercier setting powder. Actually, this is the, let's just read it. This is the Secret Brightening Powder, and this one is for under the eyes. This is probably the worst powder I've ever used under my eyes. At first, you're thinking, oh, okay, it sets everything, but give it 10 minutes, and then I have these deep creases. You know, I don't really have deep wrinkles under my eyes, but I do have, you know, fine lines. And so underneath here, I try not to really put any powder, but if I do, I would like to use something very light and very sheer. This, to me, is probably one of the worst powders I've ever used. So I've tried it every which way. I've done the lightest coat of it, and I just don't like it. This is another product I absolutely do not like. This is by Thrive Cosmetics. I've never tried anything else from, actually I have. I've tried a lip liner and I thought it was way too creamy and it started bleeding in my lip lines. The color was pretty, but the formula was terrible. But this is their mascara that everyone raves about. This is probably my second or third deluxe sample that I've gotten. I think I get it in like Ipsy or Birchbox. And every time I'm hopeful and I think, well, maybe I'll like it now. I just think this is a terrible mascara. I think it's thick. I feel like this brush, you know, might make it go on kind of nice, but it doesn't. It's like goopy, it's gloppy when it goes on, and I feel like it takes forever to dry. So have you ever tried this before? Because I hear so many people rave about it. It's like it's heavy and I feel like it weighs my lashes down, and then it takes a really long time to dry down. So if I even slightly touch my lashes, even 20 minutes after, then they kind of stick together. Honestly, this is probably one of the worst mascaras I've ever tried. And I feel so bad saying that because I know a lot of people absolutely love this. All right, this is something some of you may have heard about this, some of you may have not. This was sent in PR when I first started YouTube maybe 2 years ago. This is by Emile Cordon, or Cordon, Emile Cordon or Emily Cordon. I'm not real sure. I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong. But they sent me quite a few of these. These are their lip glosses. This one I think is just kind of like their sheer color. And you know, I've tried it a gazillion times. I've tried their other ones. Yeah, this one doesn't have a scent, but they have some that the scent is oh so yummy. This is for your lips. It's like a lip balm, a lip gloss, and it just kind of feels like a creamier Vaseline. But you guys, when I use this on my lips, at first I'm like, it feels like butter going on. After about 10 minutes and definitely after a couple hours, my lips are like dried out and they feel terrible. So maybe I'm just allergic to something in this because I know a ton of people love this. but I love the scents of them. I love the packaging. I mean, it looks like this nice bougie packaging. I don't really like dipping my finger in something and putting on my lips, dipping it back in. But yeah, these were terrible for me. I absolutely do not like them. All right, this one, I didn't want to clean it. I didn't feel like it. This is that Revlon brush. What's it called? Revlon, I don't know. You guys have seen tons of people rave about it. And yes, it will style my hair. Now, I haven't styled my hair for 3 days. I got my hair done a few days ago. I literally just ran my fingers through it and that was it. But this actually will give me a salon blowout. But I do not like it. First of all, this is heavy. So the majority of you probably would like it because you can handle lifting something like this. I had neck surgery. You can probably see where my scar is. And I have to be really careful, you know, lifting my arms up, and, you know, even this big head sometimes is very difficult to hold up. So something like this, it's just, this is a chore. Like after I'm done doing this, then I don't want to go anywhere, even though my hair will look nice after using it because I'm so worn out because this thing is so heavy for me. But it's not just that, it's so big. Like, you know, I guess I don't have super small hands, but maybe they are. It's just so huge to put in my hand. And then, I mean, look how big this thing is. But also, this gets so hot. So much to where I feel like it's very damaging to my hair. This is by Aquaphor. This is another product that I hear a lot of people swear by. I must be allergic to something in this as well because this says it's for your lips, for very dry lips. When I use this Aquaphor on my lips, oh my gosh, when I wake up the next day, my lips look like shriveled up prunes. They're so dry and irritated. I absolutely do not like this product from Aquaphor. This is by Bobbi Brown. This is this lip gloss. What is it called? Crushed Liquid Lip. This came out, I've had this now for what, 2 years? Ever since like it first launched at Sephora, I bought these. And I returned the other shades, but I guess I kept this one. I love the shade. It's just like a neutral, kind of like a peachy, kind of like a creamy shade. I don't like it by itself. I like to put it in the center of other lipsticks. I just don't like this. I feel like it's streaky. It's kind of too thick and gloppy. I've seen so many people rave about these, so of course that's why I had to go get a bunch of them. I did not like these at all. Honestly, even if these were super affordable, which they're not, if these were super affordable and at the drugstore, I still wouldn't like them. I don't know. Have you guys tried these by Bobbi Brown? They're not brand new. They've been out for a while, but like I said, this is just a bin that I've had sitting here for the past couple years where if I despise something that is hyped up, I just throw it in the bin. I have two things from Too Faced. I used to love Too Faced products. Actually, I still think they have some of the best eyeshadow formulas. I don't like that they're scented because sometimes it does make my eyes water, and I think it is the fragrance in them. But I love some of their eyeshadow palettes. Those have been some of my favorites for years, and I've loved a lot of their lipsticks, a lot of their blushes, the ones that come in the Heart palette. I still have some of those. Love them. I love a lot of their formulas, but I don't really buy Too Faced at all anymore because, just to be honest, it's annoying what their marketing is now. All of the names, you know, I'm not a prude or whatever, but I just find it to be just tacky and classless, a lot of their names and their marketing. But this is one product that a lot of people love. They're Better Than Sex Mascara. First of all, a mascara is not better than sex, but okay. But this was like such a hyped up mascara, and I don't like it. I think, you know, when you first put it on, it looks okay, but it flakes all over. I feel like the tube dries out like within 2 weeks, and this was just one that I had gotten in a Birchbox, so I threw it in here. But every time I get this mascara, if I get it in like a beauty box or something, a subscription, I just give it away. But I know they have one at the drugstore that a lot of people like. The Lash Paradise maybe is what it's called, but I feel like that gets flaky also and dries out. So I don't know what the hype is. It's probably just the name, you know, I don't know, but I don't think it's any good. The other thing I don't like, I thought I liked it when I first got it, but this was their, and it could be now because I'm just annoyed with Too Faced and all of their silly marketing and the names of everything, but this is their Born This Way, their concealer. When this first came out, I thought, oh my gosh, this is better than Shape Tape, this is better than everything. And then the more I started using it, I was like, you know, it gets really creasy and thick. And then the scent, it smells like paint or paint thinner or something. It's just, I'm not sensitive to scents. I just don't think that this is that great of a concealer. I think this is like 2 or 3 times what you would get in a normal concealer. So even though, yeah, it's sold at like, you know, Sephora, Ulta, it is a little more pricey than like a drugstore concealer. I do think that for the value, the how many ounces you get compared to what you get at the drugstore, it ends up being around the same price. So for that, yes, it's good, but as far as the quality, I just don't think it's that great. Another concealer I don't like, and I see a lot of people rave about this. I've tried this so many times. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I've tried it super thin, you know, because it's a real heavy, very full coverage concealer, which is nice. But again, this has that super strong kind of paint smell to it as well. And it's very nice full coverage. You probably can't see because it's pretty much blending in with my skin. But I just feel like you have to use the tiniest amount of this because it does seem to get kind of creasy and cracky. I've tried it a million times and I just don't like it. This is by Philosophy, the Purity Made Simple Face Cleanser. I absolutely do not like this. Now, you may love this and it may work great for you. So I'm not saying it's a bad brand because I do like a lot of their things. Their fragrances are really pretty. But this will dry out my skin. And you guys, I have oily skin. This takes everything off. I just feel like if I use this more than like a week in a row, my skin starts to really just feel dried out, and it's almost as if it's like stripping my skin barrier. So this is not necessarily something that's hyped up that I don't like. I have major buyer's remorse. This was not cheap. I know this was over $100. It could have been even more. I don't remember. I bought this last year. I bought it during the Sephora sale, so I did get 20% off, but this is by the brand called Viseart. I've used it a million times. You can see my grimy fingerprints everywhere. So these are the shades, and of course there's some that I would never wear, just not for me. Like I wouldn't wear these super bright shades here. I'm not really into this kind of mustard color, but I loved these grays, this light blue, this purple, and then of course all these browns and peaches. Those are definitely up my alley. But for the price, I don't know. To me, have you guys ever used Viseart eyeshadows? I feel like, and this was their matte palette. I love using matte eyeshadows. I'm not going to give this away because I do use it every now and then. I do like it, but I think for the value, for the money, I just think the quality of these, honestly, it doesn't feel, the price tag to me does not match the quality of these. I think a lot of these are chalky. Some of them have a lot of fallout. What you see in the palette is what you get, and I like that. But some of them just feel kind of dry and chalky. And I mean, they're pretty, but I don't know if you can tell. It's just, they're very chalky. They don't feel creamy and buttery. They do blend nicely, but it's just, I don't love them. I don't have super crepey eyelids, but I feel like when I use this eyeshadow palette, and it's not just because they're matte, because I've used many other matte eyeshadows, actually like the Too Faced matte eyeshadows. I love them. They're very creamy and buttery. But this Viseart eyeshadow, when I use it on my eyes, after about 4 or 5 hours, it's almost as if it just sucks the life out of my eyelids, and I feel like they just look older and dried out and kind of a little crepey. So it's not that I like hate this product, I just really have buyer's remorse because of, you know, the price of it and just the quality. I just don't think is that great. Again, if I shared something that you love that I am saying that I don't like, please don't be offended. You know, maybe I'm just using it wrong. Some things just don't work the same for everyone. So that's it. If you're not subscribed to my channel but you'd like to be, don't forget to look down below and just click on that subscribe button. And if you do like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and let me know, do you want me to do more videos of things I don't like so that you know things I've tried that I don't like, or would you like me just to stick with what I normally do and share, you know, skincare products and makeup that I do like? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.